You're listening to the Gear Vault Podcast, a show with unbiased hunting and outdoor gear reviews, as well as real-world stories involving the gear we're talking about. So pour a cup of coffee or pull a cork, depending on the time of day, and enjoy the show. All right. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to episode 1 of the Gear Vault Podcast. Today, I just want to give you a quick introduction of who I am, what the show is going to be about, and what you all can expect. My name is Wes Robinson. I am 4 years living into the cold state of North Dakota, moved here from Kentucky. Been in the outdoors my whole life. I am a gear nerd, love to talk about it, and the reason for starting this podcast is just that. I don't feel that I'm able to unpack everything that I want to unpack in a YouTube video. So YouTube is by nature a platform where you have to really chop up your edits and really just hit super hard and fast. Otherwise, people just leave. So I wanted to start this podcast basically so I can expand the videos that I'm already doing. For example, I just did a short range test of some 7mm 08 ammo, 3 different rounds, 3 different bullets, close range, because everyone's always talking long range these days, and not a lot of companies are marketing for close range. And I don't understand why they're forgetting about the people that hunt at a close distance versus long. So I did a video about these 3 different rounds and had what I would consider pretty impressive results, pretty shocking results even. Maybe not shocking. I kind of expected these results, but a lot of people would just grab a box of ammo off the shelf because so-and-so said it's great, or such and such company has great marketing and this has to be a good bullet. So they go and hunt with it and wonder why they don't have a blood trail or they lost their animal. I just want to be able to talk about that kind of stuff. I don't want to have to be, bogged down by a 15-20 minute video. If it takes us an hour to talk about, the performance of these bullets at close range, then by golly, it takes us an hour to talk about it. So that's the type of videos I want to make. I want to talk about the videos I'm doing on YouTube and expanding upon that, but I also want to talk about the unsung heroes of different hunts. There's so many little things that go into a successful hunt, and just other things like camping and all the outdoors stuff in general. There's a lot of little things that really don't warrant their own video, but at the same time, they're so nice, and sometimes they're so not nice, and it's still worth talking about. And so I want to be able to talk about all those little things. I want to be able to tell you personal hunting stories that, where I've found that certain types of gear have been awesome or they've been the opposite of that, and bring guests on that are experts in other areas. I just think that I do have a lot of experience with hunting in general, but I have what I would consider a unique perspective as someone who has grown up honestly hunting whitetail and turkey my entire life. But in the last few years, as grown adult, taking my first antelope, my first black bear, got a once in a lifetime North Dakota moose. And each of those hunts were a little bit different as far as preparation and what you need. And I kind of went through that, figured it out on my own. But at the end, I think I have some good information as far as hey, these things were great. These things weren't that great. If I could do it over again, this is what I would do. So as the person who is fresh to something and just wanting to try it, or something that is just brand new or foreign to you, I think that I have some good information and value to bring. And that's what I want to do. I want to talk about gear and pepper in some anecdotal stories about that gear being used in the field. I think it's fun. It's the same thing that I would do if I weren't being recorded, whether it be on the phone with a buddy, through text, or in real life sitting around a campfire. This is the same stuff that we talk about, right? We talk about, hey, how'd that bullet perform? Did it do what it said it was going to do? How you liking that new rifle? These are the same things that I'm going to talk about in real life. So why not just record it? And if somebody can get some value out of that, then awesome. That's the plan. That's what I want to do. That's where we're going with it. Guys, I appreciate you tuning into this first episode. Stay tuned for episode 2, because in episode 2, this is where we are actually going to talk about the North Dakota moose. And again, that is a once in a lifetime tag. I can't even apply for it again. So I want to get this story out there. I want to get it documented because, maybe in 20 years, I don't remember as much as I do now. So I want to document that, tell you the things that I bought, the things that I should have, and the things that I shouldn't have bought. I wasted some money, not going to lie, but that's part of it. And there was a few things with that hunt that I was super impressed with, and I want to talk about it. So stay tuned for episode 2. If you're not following along on the socials, you can find me at The Gear Vault on Instagram, The Gear Vault Podcast on Instagram, obviously The Gear Vault on YouTube. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you stick around for episode 2. And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, awesome. Till next time, y'all be safe.